Hey everyone, Combo here, back with another Empires and Puzzles video, and today we are going to take a sneak peek at the September 2025 calendar preview. We're going to take a look at all of the events, the portals that will be available for each week. We're going to talk about which ones you should be pulling from and which ones you should not be pulling from, and we have some exciting stuff going on this month. Real quick before we get started, if you do enjoy this video or find it helpful, hit that like button, make sure you subscribe to my channel, and turn that notification bell on so you can be alerted of when I drop new content. And I want to give a huge shout out and thank you to Elioty and Berkshire. They are the main people that put this information together. Elioty does this mastermind deep dive through the orb data of the Empires and Puzzles information and figures out what portals are coming and which heroes are going to be featured in those. And then Berkshire puts together the graphics for this calendar. So thank you both for all the work that you do for the community. Taking a look at the first week, we have a lot going on. We will be finishing up the War of Three Kingdoms, where there is a new hero, Lu Zixin, featured, also the Q and Sun Erniang as the other two featured heroes. There will be a short window for a pickup summon that will feature Verity and Peregrine. There's the treasure chest for the Alpha Ether, so you definitely do not want to miss that opportunity to get some extra Alpha Ethers. Kalavela Brawl Part 2 starts on Monday, September 1st as well. And for this week, we will be in a Rush Attack raid tournament with all colors. On Tuesday the 2nd, we've got the Ancient Underroot for the Dragonspire part of the game that is going on for a few days, and the Harvest Summon is finally here. I think a lot of people originally thought it would come in August, since that is when it came last year. I think it was at the end of August, but this year we've got it starting on September 2nd. It will be here for a full week, and this is one of the 4 big portals that we get throughout the year. So there's this portal, there's the Black Friday portal, there's the Birthday Summon, and then there's also the Solstice Summon as well. Those are the 4 big ones that we see throughout the year. And we've got 2 new heroes that will be featured, and they are part of a new family called the Valiant Vegetables. We've got Bartholomew and Elsbeth, and in that portal there is going to be extra draws that you get from each summon that you do, and you could get a total of up to 9 draws per summon. So if you do a 30 pull, you could in essence get close to like 300 total pulls. In these special portals that come around once every few months, there is no coins or anything like that to do summons. You can only get them with gems. So this could be an opportunity to save up your gems over the next few days or so. On Wednesday the 3rd, we've got the Judgment of Dunes event coming back. We've got Costume Anubis, Costume Sneferu, and Costume Head of Fairies as the featured heroes for that. Contest of Elements will be coming back on Thursday the 4th, and we'll be featuring some fire heroes. There's a new hero, looks like from the Slime family, Zestique, and then Costume Ignacio is the other featured hero. There is a new Dragon Cave quest coming on Friday the 5th. This is the first time that that quest has been introduced into the game. There's also the Beowulf Challenge event, and for that we have 1 new featured hero, and that is Freyawaru. We've also got Grendel's mother and Hrothgar as the other 2 featured heroes. So lots of good portals for this month, obviously highlighted by the Harvest Summon that will be going again for a full week. Personally, I feel like the Harvest Summon and the War of Three Kingdoms event are probably the 2 biggest ones as far as events that I would consider doing pulls from. The War of Three Kingdoms heroes are extremely annoying to go up against on defense because of that critical hit chance that they have for their special skills. The Beowulf Challenge event is also a good one to do pulls from as well if you wanted to do that. The Dunes heroes have very strong stats with their costume bonuses, so if you wanted to do that, you could, although I don't feel like this round of featured heroes is the best out of the Dunes heroes that we get each month. And Costume of Elements, or rather Contest of Elements, is always a decent one as well, especially if you're trying to get one of those 2 featured heroes. But a lot of those heroes that you could pull, since every single red fire hero in the game will be in that event, a lot of those heroes might not be worth leveling up if you do pull them. For other stuff going on this week, we've got the ability to get a free Tome of Tactics on Wednesday the 3rd with the quest for that. We've got Wizard and Fighter emblem quest on Wednesday and Druid and Ranger on Sunday. There's the Master Rogue class emblems on Friday. We will be in Aura Barrage War this week, and then we've got the every the Wednesday and Saturday events for the Ether Summon and the Ascension Summon. And on Saturday the 6th, I see a birthday cake next to the avatar for Dudius Maximus, so I think that might be their birthday. Happy birthday, Dudius Maximus. And that is it for the first week. Moving on to the following week, we will be in the costume chamber. It actually would have started the day before, but we've got new costume Horgel, or Glass Horgel, and then we've also got Glass Asarnia as the other featured hero, and then we've got some new 3 and 4 star heroes with Scarlet, Tiberius, Ishtak, and looks like Oberon. We will also still be in the Beowulf Challenge event still. There's another legendary quest for the treasure quest for Holy, so you should be able to get a 5-star Holy Ether, I think, for that, and then some darts as well, so definitely don't miss that quest. A new Path of Dragons starts on Monday the 8th as well. On Tuesday the 9th, we've got the Shadows of the Deep portal coming back. It does show Rosanna, Burton, and Atwood, but we have been getting a new hero each time that event comes, so I would expect maybe that might change with getting a new featured hero. There's the Legendary Troop portal coming on Wednesday the 10th with the new Druid and Wizard troop, and obviously you can pick that as your featured troop, or you can pick 5 other different ones that are older. On Thursday the 11th, we've got the Night of the Moth Alliance quest coming back. We do not yet know who the featured heroes for that, so once we get to this part in the month, unfortunately there's a lot of unknown as far as who the featured heroes are. We do know that the events are coming, but there's not enough information or data in the back end for us to see who the featured heroes are, mainly because Empires and Puzzles just hasn't put that in. On Friday the 12th, we've got the Atlantis Rises event coming back, and the featured heroes for that are not anything to get excited about. We've got costume Atomos, Gladius, costume Ursina, and Mystia, and then there's also a Covenant Summon coming on Saturday the 13th, and we definitely do not yet know who the heroes for that will be, unfortunately. If Gurik is involved, then that will definitely be a portal worth pulling from. As far as other portals getting, or rather that are worth pulling from this week, Costume Chamber is always a good one. Night of the Moth is always a good one. It is extremely annoying to go up against those heroes because of that moth dust. I feel like Night of the Moth and Covenant Summon are probably going to be the 2 most worth pulling from. Shadows of the Deep is decent, and you get the opportunity to get extra pulls from that, but the odds are a little bit lower, I believe, and it costs more gems to do those pulls as well. So just keep that in mind, and a lot of people don't like the Insanity heroes. It's definitely a different type of gameplay with those. As far as other stuff going on this week, for Emblem Quest, we've got Rogue and Sorcerer on Wednesday, and Paladin and Monk on Sunday. We've also got the Monk Masterclass Emblem Quest on Friday the 12th. You can get your free darts from the quest on Wednesday the 10th. We've got a 4-star buff booster raid tournament with no reds. We will be in Bloody War this week as well. And then we've got our normal Ether Summon and Ascension Summon on Wednesday and Saturday. Moving on to the following week, we do have a Gem Summon Challenge on Monday the 15th. You'll need to do 20 summons with gems in order to get a guaranteed 5-star hero from a list of 10, so you'll get it at random. We've also got a Mythic Titan coming on Monday the 15th. It will be a blue Mythic Titan. That's Jormungandr. I probably pronounced that incorrectly, but a lot of people like those events. We've also got Ancient Underroot coming back on Monday the 15th, and of course we'll still be in the Covenant Summon, still be in the Alliance Quest, and still be in the Atlantis Rises as well. We've got Goblin Village coming back on Tuesday the 16th. It's showing Flamehide and Archibald as the featured heroes, but I would expect we would get one new featured hero for that. Usually we get one new hero for that event from the Garrison Guard family. We've got the Magic Tower coming back on Wednesday the 17th. That is always a good portal to pull from. It's saying to be determined, so I would expect a new Magic Carpet hero, and then also a new costume for an older hero from the Magic family. We've got the Untold Tales 1 Mysteries of the Deep coming back. It's showing costume Atlantia, costume Gestalt, and costume Gelert for the featured heroes. We've already gotten costumes for all of the old heroes from this event. It's been a couple months where we've been getting repeat heroes, so I do wonder if we will ever get new heroes for that event. I guess we'll have to wait and see. We have an instant power summon coming back on Friday the 19th. That is always a good portal to pull from. We do not yet know who the featured heroes for that will be, but the instant power summon is always less gems to do pulls for as well. I think it's like 2,400 gems to do a 10 pull, which is the lowest out of any other portal that there is. So keep that in mind. And if you get heroes that you don't want to level up, if you get them ascended, you're going to get a lot more experience by feeding those into other heroes. So that's something that a lot of people like to do. For other stuff going on this week, we will be in a 5-star rush attack raid tournament with no blue. You'll have the ability to get your purple limit break items on Wednesday the 7th with the limit breaker quest. For emblem quests, we've got Barbarian and Fighter on Wednesday and Cleric and Druid on Sunday. We've also got the Barbarian Masterclass emblems on Friday the 19th. We will be in Equalizer War this week. And then we've got our normal Ether Summon on Wednesday and Ascension Summon on Saturday. And I think that is everything for this week. As far as portals to pull from, Magic Tower is definitely a big one for me. Covenant Summon and Instant Power Summon. I'm not a huge fan of Goblin Village just because of the low pull rates for that. You do get 2, but it's got very low pull rates. It's like 0.5% for the featured hero and 0.4% for other heroes. So really depending on who the featured hero for that is going to be. But I would say Magic Tower and the Instant Summon and the Covenant Summon are probably the 3 safest portals to pull from for this week. Moving on to the following week, we have the Astral Plane event, which actually would have started the day before. Currently, it's showing Homri and Ixin. I would expect that to change also. We're probably going to get 1 new featured hero. We've got Valhalla Forever coming on Monday the 22nd. On Tuesday the 23rd, we've got the Shadows of the Deep portal. Right now, it's showing Ascatel, Rosanna, and Burton. And actually, we just had Shadows of the Deep 2 weeks ago. So I don't know if that's a typo, but we could get 2 Shadows of the Deep events this month. If it does come, obviously, those featured heroes are definitely going to change. We have the Covenant Quest coming on Wednesday the 24th. So that's just the regular quest to get the Covenant coins. There will not be a portal while that is active. You'll just get the ability to get the free Covenant quest coins. So make sure you do that so you can get your free pulls. We've got Contest of Elements coming back on Thursday the 25th, and we do not yet know who the featured heroes for that will be. Hero Coach comes back on Thursday the 25th. So that is probably one of the most exciting events for this month. Definitely something that I'm looking forward to level up a hero to 90 at the cost of gems. I will put a video out with who will be available for that over the next few days, so definitely be on the lookout for that. We've got Tremors of Underwild coming back on Friday the 26th, and a new Wilderness Summon coming back on Friday the 26th as well. War of Three Kingdoms will be coming back and starting on the 27th with the preparation phase, but you can do some summons for that then if you want to. For other stuff going on this week, we will be in a 4-star buff booster raid tournament with all colors. We've got the ability to get a free Royal Tabard on Wednesday the 24th with that quest. For emblem quests this week, we've got Wizard and Sorcerer on Wednesday and Paladin and Ranger on Sunday. We've also got the Fighter Masterclass emblem quest on Friday. For this week's war, we will be in Skyfire War. And then, of course, we've got the Ether Summon on Wednesday and the Ascension Summon on Saturday. As far as portals to pull from for this week, honestly, I feel like Wilderness Summon is probably the only portal that I would consider pulling for this week. I'm not a huge fan of Shadows of the Deep. Astral Plane is another one of those that has very low pull rates, but they have very good heroes. And then obviously I would not pull from Valhalla or Tremors of Underwild. Those are all old heroes. You do not want to waste your gems on that. War of Three Kingdoms that starts on Saturday the 27th definitely could be an option also, and actually probably the best option, but you'll have a few days the following week to do pulls for that if you want to as well. And then moving on to the following week, we've only got a couple days here, and a lot of this information is still in the works, but we do have another legendary treasure quest with the Covenant or Costume of Elements, Contest of Elements rather. So you'll probably get some free coins to do pulls for. We don't know yet who the featured heroes for War of Three Kingdoms will be. We will be in a 3-star Bloody Battle raid tournament with no reds. Ancient Underroot comes back again. Untold Tales 2 comes back on Thursday, October 2nd. And then another Dragon Cave quest on Friday the 3rd. Emblem quests for this week will be Barbarian and Rogue on Wednesday and Monk and Cleric on Sunday. You can get a free Damascus Blade on October 1st. Masterclass emblems is going to be Cleric on Friday the 3rd. And then, of course, the normal Ether Summon on Wednesday and Ascension Summon on Saturday. And we will be in Attack Boost War this week. And that is everything for the month of September and a little bit into October as well. Let me know what you are excited about the most for the month of September. And that is going to do it for today's video. I hope you did enjoy it or found it helpful. And if you did, hit that like button. Make sure you're subbed to my channel, and I'll catch you guys next time.